We're back. We're back again with another edition of GRT's Archives. Man, Gambia developments, bruh. Anyway, what I'm planning on doing today is because a lot of things have been said. Hold on, let me move this thing, man. A lot of things have been said about the commander, the CDS of the army with of the armed forces with a lot of accessories on his neck, jujus we call them. Personally, I listen, man. We all Africans, man. Whether we believe this or not, we know them. We know what people have used them for. It's not for me to judge to see he should or should not wear them. My problem is that if you are the CDS of a country, you head the military, the civilian population is looking at you to think that you have the strength, the authority to be able to control your people. Now, if the army commander is gonna go on TV and then wear all those kind of accessories on his neck, he is telling us, to me, I don't know about you, but to me, I understand this to be like, you know what, I am not in control of these things in here. Everybody is gonna be able to, should be able to defend yourself. And me, I am counting on the jewels that I have on my neck. That is what I understand it. If for any reason the chief of staff or the chief of defense staff was threatened or felt threatened by his own men, and he has control of this army, I think what he should have done was to go ahead and effect arrest of the elements in the army that he thought are a threat to his authority and a threat to the nation, or even his personal security. He doesn't even have to physically do that. He can just go ahead and arrest them and put them aside, and we move on. Because whether we like it or not, what we have seen in the Gambia is the will of the people, and we expect the armed forces to be able to respect that. Now, of all these officers in here who has been promoted, I am not going to say every one of them are loyalists to Yaya Jammeh. I wouldn't say that. But coincidentally, it does not tell well because everybody is saying that Yaya Jammeh is flexing his muscle. And then after he's done this, we've seen what he had done. Now, the reason why I am doing this video is I want you guys to see for yourself if the chief of defense staff was actually with the Gambian people wanting to defend what happened, that is that people voting to choose their leader, or he was with Yaya Jammeh. Well, I guess we couldn't tell, but let's find this out ourselves. And you will see. I think at some point you would think that he was caught unawares. He probably didn't know what was going to happen. That Yaya Jammeh was going to draw this, but whatever. Whether he does it or not, everybody knows that Yaya Jammeh is a rebel leader now. He had moved from a former president to be a rebel leader. Just the intention to thwart the will of the people and even announce that he is nullifying the elections alone makes this man a rebel leader. And then we have these men and women in uniform in here who acting like Boy Scouts, and then nobody is doing. I don't understand. I'm lost. But anyway, let's see what they got going on here, man. Let's see. Now, this is the oath of office, and that they have sworn to. So we will see. I think it's like five of them or something.
Having been promoted to the rank of colonel in the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, hereby swear on the Holy Quran that I will not divulge any information or secret and strategic nature pertaining to the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia to an unauthorized party. So help me God. All of allegiance to the commander-in-chief. I, having been promoted to the rank of colonel in the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, swear on the Holy Quran that I will bear true allegiance and absolute loyalty to the Commander-in-Chief of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia at all times.
True allegiance and absolute loyalty to the Commander-in-Chief, which is Yaya Jammeh. So yeah, they have pledged loyalty to the president. So I guess there was also loyalty to the state. So I don't know which one weighs heavily for these people, man. But Now wait for the drama, the entertainment. I love this CDS, man. This is funny. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. But this man does not cross me as somebody who was scared of his life or what was to come. Maybe he was able to hide it. I don't know. I don't know.
Invite the Chief of Defense Staff Gambia Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Usman Danji, to deliver his remarks. The Honorable Minister of the Interior, Colonel Muhammad Ali Ba, Deputy Chief of Defense Staff, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense, Colonel Muhammad Lamin FPA Jammeh, Service Chief, General Officers of the Gambia Armed Forces, officers and other than here present, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all protocols respectfully and orderly.
Is this man Nigerian? How is he talking?
A great pleasure that we are gathered here once again to witness a decoration and swearing-in ceremony of promoted officers of the Gambia Armed Forces. I personally am singularly honored and to be given the opportunity to make some few remarks in this important and auspicious ceremony. I would like to begin by thanking Allah, the Almighty,
save us with the God thing, man.
All creations, by whose grace we are all once again gathered here. Let me also, at this juncture, thank His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Armed and Security Services of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, and our own Minister of Defense, Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Abdul Aziz James Sujukun Jammeh Babili Mansa. And all of you present here for selfing other important official engagements to preside over this important ceremony. On behalf of the service chiefs, general officers and other ranks of the entire armed and security services, I would also once again reiterate our most sincere appreciation for the leadership and support that His Excellency and his entire government is giving to the armed and security services. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier by the Master of Ceremonies, who owed me 2 barrels of water for bathing, we are gathered here to witness the decoration and swearing-in ceremony of officers whose promotions were endorsed by His Excellency, the President and our Commander-in-Chief of the Armed and Security Services of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia. And again, our Minister of Defense for not only the armed forces, but the entire security services.
Jammeh.
Armed and Security Services of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia. And again, our Minister of Defense for not only the armed forces, but the entire security services. Promotions are supposed to be normal occurrence in every growing and transforming organization, but the frequency and volume of promotions in the armed forces today, under the leadership of His Excellency, is unprecedented. Allah Akbar.
These niggas say Allah Akbar. With all that juju on your neck, you screaming Allah Akbar.
To add that promotion in the armed forces are not just routine exercise, but a deliberate effort on the part of the leadership to ensure meritorious services are recognized and rewarded accordingly. Therefore, this particular promotion we are witnessing today is not just any other annual promotion exercise, but rather one that was conducted in accordance
this man had to be living in Nigeria
in order to fill certain vacancies in the command structure. As you know, our armed forces is undergoing tremendous growth and revival in order to respond to the ever-challenging security environment.
Yeah, I don't know what is challenging to you guys,
man.
There is a
need for effective leadership at all levels of command. For the officer corps, whose duty and responsibility is to provide decisive leadership of the armed forces, it simply cannot be business as usual. Let me repeat that. It is never going to be business as usual. For the third time, let me repeat it. It will never be business as usual. Therefore, the officer's promotion now, under the able leadership of His Excellency, is highly competitive. It is now swim or you sink to the bottom of the ocean. Let me repeat. It is now you swim across or you sink like the heaviest stone up to the bottom of the ocean. The choice is ours now. Seniority is a consideration only in that it makes one eligible for promotion. It does not guarantee it. Your seniority does not guarantee your promotion. Somebody you senior for 10 years can come and overtake you because you have a caterpillar engine. That guy has a jet engine. So don't question. When dry bones are mentioned, all women feel uneasy. Ask yourself what is responsible of my backwardness in the armed forces. The question, ask yourself, and the answer, you answer it yourself. System of performance evaluation report has been put in place, and the consideration of this report focus on officers' fitness and leadership potential. We cannot entrust our men and women under the command of officers who don't know their left and right, only to perish their men and women. That will never happen under my leadership and with the guidance of His Excellency. So it is strictly competitive. Work for it, and it will be given to you. If you don't work for it, you will stay behind like a tree surrounded by water. That's how we remember in primary school. It's a never move.
I think this nigga is laughing at this nigga, man.
But demonstrated by how much responsibility the officer held in his current rank. Meanwhile, a single average or negative fitness report can be enough to sink an officer's promotion.
Some of you people haven't even had it. Look at you guys, man. Man, be quiet.
In fitness or your leadership quality, that is a qualification for a red card. You go out of the line of promotion. You say goodbye to the others who will be coming, flying like Jammeh. Choo, 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 choo. And you are standing at one place. You will not be promoted. Nobody hates you. You are the cause of your backwardness, and don't blame me, and don't blame you, your commanding officer.
I don't think these people even have any respect for their men. I don't understand. That is the Army CDS. You address your people like this. Zero respect. Jesus, man.
Better still, these promoted gentlemen and ladies have also passed the hurdle of promotion selection board. Officers who have fulfilled their length of services, qualification, and other assessed on merit by their commanding officers and service chiefs to have so qualified by conduct and performances. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the bulk of the decoration we witness today is limited to the ranks of senior officers from major to colonel. The beneficiaries of these promotions are carefully selected based on their long term of service, mid and senior level military courses, and advanced civil educational programs.
I think a lot of the people that are sitting here, yes, I can vouch them because I know some of these people who actually went to university, GTI, MDI. So basically, they have the academic qualifications. But then also, I have seen others who had actually had their officers courses in the US, the UK, and other parts. But there are soldiers in the officers in there like the BADGIEs who are generals who had never actually sat in any class in any military institution or establishment to do their officers courses. So don't sell us that idea, man.
It is you who said it. These officers, on their well-deserved promotion, please accept my congratulations and best wishes on behalf of the officers, men and women of the Gambia Armed and Security Services. To whom what is given, what is, it is you who said it, not me. So think about it.
This motherfucker is high.
To be reminded.
This man does not look like anybody who is scared. Look at him.
Loyalty and commitment to the national duties at all levels. While you feel happy with your promotions, you must not forget that such progress goes along with daunting challenges. Difficult, high mountain, hard challenges that we are going to face now. And increased responsibilities. If you had 5 responsibilities before, with this additional weight on your shoulder, and not on your arm here, but here, you have a hard nut that you must crack. You all know, as an NGO, when they start promoting you for your promotion, you must not forget that progress goes along with doubting challenges and increased responsibility. You will just need to work harder in order to be able to handle the numerous responsibilities that go along with such personal advancement. When faced with a mountain, do not quit. When you face a mountain, don't say, I cannot go over this mountain. Don't give up. Keep on striving until you climb over that mountain, or simply stay and turn the mountain into gold mine now. It is now that we know what armed force do we have. Whether the oath that we took are in our heart to make sure this country is defended, to make sure peace is reigns in this country, to make sure our borders are protected from external aggression, to ensure the inside of our country is peaceful. This is the hard mountain that I'm talking about.
Tell them.
It is now the world is watching on us.
We're watching.
Whether we are soldiers of the different that we are called since 1994,
Huh.
we are chocolate soldiers.
Chocolate
I've been
soldiers.
saying it and I will say it again.
Chocolate soldiers.
When you die defending your nation, God said, I'm going to pull you from the grave and take you to the highest heaven. It is not we who said it. When you honorably defend your country and you die smiling and know that you are going to heaven. The armed security services, especially underline the armed forces. Now that the world will know that what we call ourselves soldiers of a different, the name came through His Excellency Professor Dr. Alhaji AJJ Jammeh. Now is the time for us to show the world that we are here to defend peace and we are here to defend the integrity and independence of this country. When there is chaos,
Man, we died.
when bullets fly, the innocent people suffer.
Absolutely.
That you and I,
True, true.
let us allow nature to take its course. Before, during, and after the just concluded presidential election, the Gambia is all we have. And the maintenance of peace and stability is our primary responsibility. And tomorrow God is going to ask us about this primary responsibility.
Can you keep God out of this?
I would also like to thank His Excellency for endorsing this promotion as proposed by my office and assisted by my high command and very competent officers, including my Deputy Chief of Defense Staff. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. And Chairperson of the National Security Council and Minister for Women Affairs and Honorable Minister of Interior for sparing your valuable time during this time to come and
Yep. Basically, that man did not cross me as somebody who was scared. It's certain things that he has said in that video and in that tape at the meeting. Well, the commissioning, the declaration that I agree with. I don't know, man. Look, Gambia National Army, man. This man has said everything. Well, most of the things that he has said were right. That is to say, they're supposed to protect and defend the country and her people, the loyalty to the state, that the world is watching. We're going to see if they are soldiers with a difference or they are chocolate soldiers, you know. But less than 24 hours after this, President Jammeh came on TV and then hijacked the will of the people by wanting to stay in power. Actually, pretty much stage a rebellion, and then the men and women in uniform that he had recommended for the president's promotion are sitting over there watching. It doesn't make sense, man. That's our army for us, man. These are our men and women in uniform. I don't know. Anyway, that's what it is, man. So your chief of staff with all the thing that he had around his neck. If he was with the Gambian people, we would have seen. I insist. I'm not saying this is not true. I'm not saying that everybody in that country is agreeing with President Jammeh. And I am not in any way trying to disrespect, insult our brothers and sisters in uniform. All I'm saying is it is very disappointing that a few loyal forces of President Jammeh are pretty much dictating what goes on within the military. and I don't think any of them are here. If we do well, so many things have been said about the state commander, and I've seen him in here. But then that's what it is, man. I was expecting this man to actually exert a lot of influence in his authority by making sure that the military are under his command. We get it. We understand. Yeah, Yemen has special forces that listen to him. But then it was this man's responsibility to make sure anybody he feels poses a threat to his authority or threat to the nation be arrested and put aside, and we move on. But in the case that you guys are talking about, President Jammeh is wanting to set the Gambia ablaze, and I don't know if we can depend on you guys, or we have to take the bull by the horn and defend our own rights like we did at the polls. We see what's going on, man. I'ma probably see if I can make a video about President Jammeh's address yesterday, which was childish, amateurish, insulting, premature, rebellious, treasonous. That man is gonna have to be killed, bro. He's gonna have to be killed, man. All right, man. Everybody, I'm out of here. Bye.